Yay!
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 Okay, so I want you to just do you. I know you're still going to be worried about me, but I'm going to be better, and I'm going to say yes and.
Great.
That is what's going to happen.
I'm just here for the ride, honey. Here for the ride. I don't have a... What do you want? The TV?
Yeah, so I can see what the name of the episode is.
I want this to be real. Oh yeah, that's what Scotty says. That's what Scotty says to Lizzy. I want this to be real.
Oh, really? Yeah. Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to another episode of A 90 Day Fiancé.
Nope. Nope.
Let's try it again. Here we go.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to another episode of Love After Lockup. This is my recap of Season 2, Episode 3. I want this to be real!
Scotty!
Chris is back, you guys.
Oh my god,
It's
it's me!
her! You guys have missed us together, I know you have.
Yeah, here together. It's a Christmas holiday miracle.
It's a Christmas holiday special Love After Lockup edition, Chris and Wahima. You have to give the gift of Chrissy Wah.
It's the most beautiful time of year.
Yes. As I'm real, when you come, the way you come, cause I'm real. That was better than what we saw
when we went to Vegas.
Yeah.
That was a better
rendition of it.
But we didn't dance as well as you did.
You didn't. Okay, so the first couple that we're gonna start with is Brittany and Marcelino. Okay, so where we pick up with them, Marcelino is at that jailhouse, girl. You know, that captain is there to save his hoe. He's worried about it. He's like, oh my God, they leave them in there till the very last second. When is she coming out?
Yeah, he's like, I was in the army, so I need a plan. We have to be there at 8 o'clock, you know, and he's just like, by the book. 8:30, he's like, in the military time, honey.
He's a Marine, and the only reason I'm gonna say that is because there's gonna be somebody out there that's gonna freak out on you.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you for everyone who's been in the service for us. I'm very ignorant, you know, like never been in the service. But my uncle, no, but my grandfather was.
Yes. Air Force? She doesn't know, and that's okay.
No, the army. I swear it was just the normal army. Like he's the foot soldier, I guess. You know, my grandmother like drove like a truck. Like he was not in the air, honey, and he was not in the sea.
Okay, it's Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard.
Thank you for your service.
We are going to talk about these people. Now, that's the first thing I want to say about Brittany is Brittany, please let your hair down so that I can climb up. Because that Rapunzel-ass, beautiful strawberry blonde hair, girl.
Braided, honey.
I know. Every movement, I was like, felt like I was in a Pantene commercial.
I don't know what kind of vitamins they have in prison, but like that is a thick mane that I have like would lust after.
Yeah.
Those are hair goals.
Yeah. She just got out of a 2-year stint. She was in there for robbery.
Yeah, she has a kid. Yeah.
Conspiracy to commit robbery, and then she has the kid.
But then she was also back in there 5 years before.
Yeah, for I don't know what. She has a kid, she has a baby daddy. She mentioned that the baby daddy is gonna possibly be an issue, specifically dealing with Marcelino. And also that she's had a couple of relationships while she was in prison with women. So, you know, she's finding love wherever she can get it. Marcelino's the person who's throwing it at her the hardest and the fastest. And yeah, he seems like, you know, he's really ready to take her onto their new lives together.
He seems genuinely very much like he wants to save this person, but you don't know if it's like, if this the idea of saving someone or it's like her. You know, that's when it gets tricky with men like that, because you're like, okay, but is the person you want to be with? With her, she seems to be genuinely like, yeah, thank you for saving me. Like she's like kind of like an Irish looking like lass, you know, and he's like a really strong, you know, like Italian-y, Latin American-y, Marcelino-y man.
Skinny man.
He like whisks her off her feet at one point. I'm just like, he's strong. That's the thing about like jumping from Lizzy, like jumping on the Scott in the first episode. Like I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm like, you won't be able to hold me. Like I don't think most men can hold me.
I'm scared to have a man try to pick me up.
Oh my God.
It's terrifying.
Yes, it is terrifying.
It's terrifying. It's like, please stop. You don't understand how you're making me.
I'm 5'8".
Mayday. You don't know how tall I am and you don't know my weight.
Wait.
You don't understand. I think I'm 5'2". I'm not. 5'8". That adds an extra.
I'm holding things. You can't see them.
15 pounds.
I'm very well proportioned.
Just annoying.
Fair.
So the last thing that Marcelino says in his confessional is when he saw Brittany, he was like, what? G, just like Flava Flav. What a fun callback to a time we barely remember. Girl, I only know Flava Flav as like, Flava, get down from there, Flava.
Flava Flav has only done one thing good for me, and that is birth Tiffany Pollard, HBIC, for me, because of course she was a contestant on his show and then went on to fame and glory. And now, by the way, is like in a Fenty ad.
Okay, so the next couple that we are gonna go on to is Scott and Lizzy. This was a really good episode for Scott and Lizzy. We see another side of Scott. This is the first time we've ever seen this side of Scott. So basically what happens is they are driving. They are driving and it's time to get gas, and they pull over to this gas station, and I'm Scott. Okay, car hasn't quite stopped yet. You be Lizzy. Okay, fine. Oh, your mom just fell out, Jasmine. Your mom is Jasmine. Meanwhile, this is what my face looks like if I'm Scott. Scott has Lizzy's makeup all over his face. Just like a toothless, like just one snaggle tooth and lipstick all in his beard.
They go on a shopping spree in that Quickie Mart, and like the whole time the whole time the kids are just like in the car waiting for them.
And she's like, oh my God, oh my God, yay! I haven't seen one of these in so long. And then like, a chapstick. Oh, what does this do?
Behind this spoon.
Oh my God, look at this. Scott, look at this.
Scott gets like a styrofoam fucking ice chest and then just puts stuff into that because there's no,
she's just following, he's just following her with this thing, with lipstick right here.
Yeah,
she's dumping everything in, and
it's so with the weird things she gets. Like she gets like weird candies, like, you know, like in beverage cups with straws in them. Like,
I think that was some kind of new ice cream drink. She was eating an ice cream.
Oh, I want one then.
She was eating an ice cream and she got, because that's what Adam and Jasmine ended up eating in the back seat.
I want that.
So she was getting snacks.
Where's mine, Lizzy?
For everyone.
Not me.
He just did the most.
Didn't like tickets.
Yeah. I mean,
don't forget.
I was not going to forget the tickets. Lady behind the counter is like, all of this? And he's like, yeah. And then she looks at the scratchers and she's like, ooh, what about that one and that one? And then Scott, this is where Scott fucked up.
Yeah.
Scott said, well, let's just get one of each.
And then it's like, but there's no $50 ones, right? And she's like, no, sir, there's no $50 ones, but there was a $30 one. And he's like, well, did you already,
I assume that you have to pay cash for those? And she's like, yes, sir. Whoa, where's your ATM machine? So he has to go to an ATM machine to get money. So she purchased $130.99 worth of junk food, and then also $107 worth of scratchers.
And he had to get out 520s.
And he's already in debt. He doesn't have any money.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that cash from.
He pulled it from his credit card. The cash line of his credit card.
Oh.
Those are mistakes.
That's
mistakes.
God, I've never even done that. And I've been in Vegas.
You don't do it. You don't
I haven't done it.
You don't ever do it unless it's a fucking emergency.
God.
So once they're done and everything is paid for, they go outside and ask Lizzy about how she felt about Scott buying all those things. So Lizzy, how do you feel about Scott and what just happened?
He just like treats me like a princess. It's the best day ever. Twirl, twirl.
Lizzy just doesn't have any idea about how money is anymore. Like, it's been 10 years since she's had to actually lose money. And she was a little shocked at the amount that it was.
I was shocked about how much it was, but I was also not really, because I wanted to pay for it, but also was more shocked that they actually make M&Ms with caramel in them now.
So they get to the hotel room, and Lizzy is really satisfied with this hotel room. It meets all of her standards. She has her own room with her daughter. 41-year-old Lizzy jumps on a bed. Now, granted, she has not seen a queen-size bed in 10 years. She's been sleeping on like a twin-size bunk bed in a little like bullshit-ass room, okay? She sees the bed, she jumps on it, she makes Jasmine jump. Thank God she's wearing, you know, like a skirt or whatever it is. Thank God she's in a romper, you know? I thought she was in a dress. It's like, whoa, we about to see a lot. But anyway, so she gets on the bed, her and Jasmine, and they're jumping around, and she's like, ready? And Jasmine's like, no. They don't know what, she doesn't know what's gonna happen.
I just met you.
Yeah. Ready? Okay, on the count of 3, we're just gonna fall back. 1, 2, 3.
Great, Mom.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And then Scott tries to get onto the bed too. Yeah. And he puts his shoes on the bed. And Lizzy's like, Scott, shoes. And he's like,
my shoes. You're right. So Scott's like, okay, I'm gonna go get change for the pool, and you know, don't spend any more money.
What do you mean? What do you mean don't spend any more? You're gonna spend more money on me.
Well, I mean,
Jasmine. So then
Jasmine and her like have a fashion show of the Goodwill bathing suits that Jasmine purchased for her mom.
Oh, was it Goodwill?
She said that kind of like back and forth. Yeah, like
good.
Will. Yeah, and then like they go to the pool, honey, and she has not been to the pool in a minute. Maybe a pool of tears, a pool of sweat, sure, but a real pool with like water all around her, not for Lizzy. It's been a long time. And so they're gallivanting in the pool like they were gallivanting on that bed.
Adam though, Adam was just so chill about the pool. He didn't even try to jump in the pool. He didn't even do anything interesting. He literally just walked to the pool and just walked into it and fell.
As if he didn't know the pool was there.
He's very emo. Emu is a type of
prehistoric, but it's still alive. It looks like a prehistoric bird, but it's very much still alive. It's like very Jurassic looking.
Yes. And like an ostrich. And all of a sudden she's like, where's Scott? No one knows where he is.
You know,
he's outside. And so she's like, oh, let me go get him. So Lizzy gets out of the pool and she goes out and she goes and she runs up to him and she's like, Scott, what are you doing? How are you? You know, she's very excited. And he's like, I don't know. How are you?
What's happening with us? I thought you were mad at me.
And she's like, mad at what?
Me, just, or something. Like, I don't know.
Why would I be mad though?
I don't know. See, that's why.
So like, when did it happen? Like, when did you feel like I was mad at you?
Like, the time in which after prison.
So,
like,
was it?
I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I was feeling something. Like, what's happening? Like, no, I don't know.
Scott, I don't understand where this is coming from. Everything's fine. I'm having a good time. You think I'm mad at you? I'm not mad at you. Like, what? Just because I looked down? I looked down and you think that I'm mad at you?
Oh, yeah, that's why. It's because you looked down. Yeah, you looked down when I asked you something and then I was like, oh, she doesn't love me anymore. She doesn't, like, want to be with me.
No, just come on. Come on. Let's just go swim. Let's just go swim.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay, but I just want to know if it's real. Like, if everything...
It's real. Let's go swim. Lizzy goes out to talk to Scott. She's like, Scott, I'm not doing this. Let's just go to the pool. Come on, Scott. We're to the pool. To the pool, Scott. And I really thought that was great of her because if that had been me, I would have been like, okay, Scott, whatever. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to the pool. But she was like, no, I want you to be okay. This is your act. You're being drama. You're being too much right now.
For everything they're there for, you know?
Yeah,
so like he could just be like, if he was like, if he called it to be over, they'd have to leave the pool immediately. You know, he could just be like, I'm not thinking your room and stuff like that. So I think she had to also placate him a little bit.
Oh, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I have a little different of an opinion of like Lizzy, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like she is a little more manipulative and she knows what she's doing. And I feel like I also don't necessarily feel like she's sober.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I think we're watching him think that he's getting tricked, you know, again. And so we're seeing him fine with that anxiety.
Oh, because he did say something about her being way out of his league. And she's like, and I'm just like, but she's not though. You guys are the same, like.
A healthy her is out of his league.
Oh, I guess I don't think so.
I think that Jasmine's really beautiful and I think that she looks like Jasmine. I think that it's so a healthy her, to me, like Lizzy, like, you know, like she just got out of prison. Like think of her like if she wasn't in prison in like did her makeup and did some hair, and like I think that she'd be really beautiful, in fact, and like wasn't so crazy acting. And then if that was Lizzy I was looking at, then yeah, she out of his league, you know?
Yeah. I guess I think financial, when someone says someone's out of someone's league, it's either physical or financial. And physical, I don't think Scott is unattractive. I think that if Scott cut his hair and got his teeth fixed, I think he'd be a handsome man.
Got his teeth fixed is a huge thing.
So to me, if they both stepped up the way they looked, they would be on the same level of looks. But it's because I think I can see Scott's potential more so than you can.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Scott is a very handsome man.
God, you know, just like you made fun of me so much when I called Ricky strapping, and you just said you think Scotty is a very handsome man.
Yeah, I think that you and I have different like opinions when it comes to like who's hot and like who's whatever. Like I think so.
I didn't even say Ricky was hot. I just said he's strapping.
I mean,
and you were like,
Gaston is strapping. And you compared Ricky to Gaston.
Barrel chests. Very handsome man is the words you used to describe Scotty.
And I stand by my words. So the next couple that we're going to talk about is Meghan, not Markle, and Michael and Sarah. Okay, so I decided that Meghan's name is Meghan, not Markle.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good name because she
is a Meghan, but not Markle.
She definitely doesn't even sparkle.
Yeah. At all. Even though she does look like a completely different person every time I see her. Like her confessional looks with no glasses and the wig and the wavy wig, like completely different person than the woman we saw go to the airport.
Which, I mean, is how you feel about Ciara.
Ciara. I don't know what Ciara looks like. Every time she comes on TV, she was on RuPaul's Drag Race and I didn't know who she was until they named her. To me, just looks like every pretty black woman out there. Okay,
here's Meghan. She has to go to the airport to go meet up with Mike because he's coming out of prison, so she like gets her brother.
She's at her apartment packing up, right? And then the producers make her say this really stupid line because her brother gets there, and then she's like, oh great, you're here, you're late. And then she goes into her bedroom and continues packing. Like so much packing left to do. Like she's not even like close to being done packing and she's gonna tell him that he's late. They go to the airport and the brother's like, you don't have to do this, you know, I mean, I don't approve of this, I don't really know this guy, you know, you're a beautiful, smart, intelligent woman and you're throwing it away on this person. And then, you know, Meghan, not Markle, gets really defensive and she's like, you're going to know him, he's going to be out of prison, so like what does all that matter?
Yeah.
Just like people who really want you to look on the bright side when the shit side is just in your face. Like,
yeah.
You just, I'm unable to like carve the shit out of my eyeballs in order to see the bright side.
She's defensive in the car and she feels it. Like maybe I feel like it's like instinctually. She has to know that like things aren't as secure as you think it's gonna be. And
we find out. She gets to that airport. She's
at the kiosk, you know, and you know, at that kiosk, honey, it's like, you think it's going to take 5 seconds. You think it's a self-checkout. It's going to be like, no, but no, it's always a problem at the kiosk, you know, like you don't have your frequent flyer number and you don't have the right things and you have to pay with the credit card, but the machine's not working. Or one time I just like, I almost was done and I was going to go pay and someone had left their credit card in the machine and then my luggage was paid with their credit card, but I'm such a good person that I had to go return the credit card and it took me another hour to get like my own luggage tags. Anyway, kiosks are demons. But she's at the kiosk and she gets a phone call, which is deemed demonic for her. It's not a good moment for her at a kiosk.
And then he's like, the brother is talking to her and she's like, shh, you're getting a state phone call from hell. And she's like, accept.
See, it's fine.
She accepts that shit and he's like, oh yeah, I need you to not come. And she's like, what? He's like, yeah, no, you can't come. I got things that I'm doing here with Aviana and, you know, my family and stuff like that.
But I got something special planned just for you. Don't even worry, baby. Got something special planned just for you. Trust me, right?
No, not when you're pulling this shit. Like, I'm 2 hours away. Like, I'm at the airport. You could have told me this yesterday. You could have told me this 2 hours ago. Like, I've already bought my ticket to Michigan to come and see you, and now you're telling me that I can't go there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's what, you know, like...
And then he says their tagline, you know, the thing they say all together, and he's like, all right, I'll talk to you later. And she's just like, and then he's like, 100 years. And she's like, bye. Like, she's supposed to say 100 years and more, or like 100 years
I
too.
forgot about that 100 years.
And like, she just hangs up on him. Like, I mean, I would be fucking beside myself. She gave him some, but it's only because her brother was standing there that she didn't give him more, because his excuse is so ridiculous. Obvious. And it's like
wrong. Yeah.
She goes into the bathroom. She tells her brother she needs a second, goes into the bathroom and cries her eyes out. And Jess is like, he doesn't want me there.
Yeah, she's right.
He doesn't. That's exactly what that means. Before you get on the plane to go get him, he tells you that he doesn't want you to come and he's going to have something else planned for you. Like, obviously that means that other people are going to pick him up. And those other people are more important than you.
And he doesn't want those other people to see you.
Yeah.
Or meet you.
Or meet you. So from Sarah's point of view, Sarah is excited because Sarah's actually going to get to meet him.
Let's go see Sarah now, honey.
Yeah.
Blonde hair, just like, I'm Sarah, I have a kid. You know, just like running down a hallway packing or something.
Guy's on her way to pick him up, and she's on the phone with him, and she's giving him words of inspiration, telling him that he needs not worry, they need to just worry about day 1, day 2, and then they'll start to plan the future. And that one day they will wake up and they will be in a house together, all a family, just like they've planned.
But until then, she can't wait to have sex because it's been so long. There's so many juicy parts of this specific cast, which makes me like it better than 90 Day Fiancé, but like they are really building up this like, who's he gonna pick? Which right now it feels like Sarah, which seems like the obvious choice because Sarah has his baby or whatever. But
and he's married to Sarah.
And he's married to Sarah. But it's like, when is Megan going to like confront him and like know about Sarah and know about the baby and just like we see it all? Is it because this is just a taste of it getting crashed down with her in a, like she's gonna go, the producers will make her like take this for another step further.
The thing is though, is that he knows about both of them and he knows the show knows about both of them.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy about it.
He didn't care.
He doesn't care at all.
Mm-mm.
He's ready to give us this television and we are kind of grateful to Mike for that.
He's like, look, I'm a player.
Yeah. Fuckboy extraordinaire. You know what I'm saying? He could teach a class on the fuckery. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next couple, and that is Clint and Tracy. There's no moisturizer in the Clint household. It's dry.
There's some mayonnaise, maybe.
But there's no moisturizer.
They don't use it as moisturizer, though.
Clint looked like his mom's younger brother. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman.
What a lady.
What a lovely mother to have. Someone who can watch you
make mistake after mistake after mistake
and
just
still
stumble.
Still be so proud of you.
Can't get your life together, but here's your 37, here's a credit card, try not to fuck it up.
Still pray for you. Still feel like she gonna keep an eye on Tracy. Because she wants the best for Clint, and she wants Clint to be happy.
He's so bad. And that's a great mom.
Yeah.
Supports him so much. It's like, she knows that this is going to end in a fiery blaze. But still, she's like, I hope, I pray and I hope. And I honestly feel from her spirit that she's praying and she's hoping with all of what's inside her.
Yeah. They're on their way to the airport and they get on the phone call with Tracy, and Tracy's just pleasant as can be. And says,
oh, lovely.
Hi, Alice. And, I can't wait to get to see you guys. And I'm nervous, I have anxiety, but I'm almost out and, very excited about it.
Yeah.
And Alice is like, all right, Tracy, well, we want the best for you and everything's going to be okay. And they're driving and Tracy says, hey, Clint, did you read the vows?
Oh, I love the vows. I got them. They were so great and I love them. And I had a quick thought, which is, it might be bad luck for me to read them. But I love that. I love the thought of them. Hello?
Oh, looks like she hung up, honey.
Are you there? Oh, weird. Mom, my phone's not working.
I don't know. AT&T. Girl, like, he didn't read those damn vows.
Oh. And then in the middle of it, he could have just been like, kept it going. Like, they were great with my mom, but I'll tell you later how great they were. But no, then he because maybe he had a conversation with his mom where he was like, I don't want to know anything or something. I don't know. Maybe he's just so awkward that in the moment he just couldn't lie.
No, my thought is that he didn't read the vows, forgot to read them. And then when she asked, did you like the vows? And he's like, no, I loved them. But I just think it's bad luck to read them. So I didn't read them. All right, so then they get to the airport and Alice is just really, she's tearful and he says to her, 3rd time's the charm, Mom. And she's like, third time the charm, is my baby in me. I know, pray with the Lord is gonna help Clint find something that he loves.
And loves him.
And loves him. That's all any mother ever wants for their son. And you're like, yeah, your sons that are like not fucking idiots. Alice, your baby boy is an idiot.
I can't believe he already got married 3 times. In fact, I didn't even know he was married 3 times. I only thought the ex-wife boss situation was the first.
No, she's the first wife, and then there's a second wife, and now there's Tracy, and there's also kids. I didn't tell you that. But Clint,
I died.
the wife boss, he has a kid, or at least 2, or at least 1 kid with the wife boss. Could you imagine Clint as a daddy? And he's so focused on Tracy.
No. Like, we think Eric's bad. Not to keep having 90 Day Fiance crossovers, but you're watching it.
Also, speaking of bad daddies, let's move on to our next couple. Our next couple is Kaitlyn and Matt, girl. I'm just gonna have to jump to the chase in this one, and then we can go back and talk about all the other shit. But like, during his confessionals, Matt said that he will never 100% be square, and that he's just gotta figure out how to toe the line. And the last time he just didn't do it well. His drug of choice is meth, and that if he can find a balance to where he could still function and live his life, then that's where he needs to be. And that he wants a couple of little Matts running around.
Hold him down, like anchors, into this sober life.
Yeah, but it's not the sober life, Chris. That's what I'm telling you. He's not
I know, but he wants
sober.
He wants 1 toe in the sober life, and then he wants like all of the rest of his body, like sometimes in the meth life. But like he wants to be able to like jump back in.
He's not even in a healthy place at all. He thinks that he could find a balance between doing meth, and taking care of a family.
Yeah.
He thinks that there is a balance that he needs to find between doing methamphetamines and having a job, a wife, and a family. The only thing good that Kaitlyn says is that she's not rushing to get married, that she doesn't care about a piece of paper and all that.
That is true. All she's doing is rushing to get in those pants. I mean, she is like, let me see your penis, let me see your penis. She's like, open those penis, open those pants, open those pants, open those pants. I want to see that penis.
Let's go back. So where we left off is that she hasn't been given any information about Matt, and she's upset, and she's driving down that hill, and she's like talking about how much bullshit it is, and she stops at the end of the road and just waits and get out of her car. And then one of the security guys decides to not be a dick, and he comes down and he's like, if you just follow me, I'll take you to where we're gonna drop him off. And she's like, oh my God, and she like runs to her car, jumps in, goes up behind it, and then they start playing this like crazy like music, like she's like on a mission. And she's like driving, and she's like, where are they going? I'm like, thank you, WeTV, we appreciate it. You guys are like setting the scene, giving us ambiance. Takes them down to like this little strip mall, this like gas station area, and she's sitting there, and she's just like waiting for him, and she's sitting on a log, you know, with her fingers crossed. She's smoking all kinds of cigarettes. And she's just like pacing back and forth, and she's like, I just want to see my man. I just want to meet my man. Like, what if they don't bring him? Like, I don't know what's going on. And then his truck comes down, right? The truck comes down. And then he pulls up, and her expression.
You do it. Do the whole,
And then he gets out of the car.
He's holding something. She's like, get that out of your hands! Just drop it! And then she just, it's like,
and then she like makes him like back up and like takes off his shirt.
He's just suddenly like, naked, like,
he's like shirtless. And then she's like and then like turns around and then like, I mean, it's just so much. It's so much in front of these cameras. I mean, in front of this post office / gas station. It's just like a lot going on.
So much of it.
So they finally get into the car, and she's like, I want to see your penis. And he's like, okay. and then pops it out, and she like jumps on him and
You said take it out. You said take it out. I was supposed to take it out, right?
I saw it. I saw it. It was great. It was there.
I got one. So I showed it to her.
So, you know, Matt is her person, and she feels like, you know, they're going to be together forever. And little does she know that he thinks he's going to be able to do meth and live a healthy life with her and kids.
Yeah.
So my hope is that she's on birth control and that she does not want her kids to be raised the way she was. My hope is that at the end of the day, Kaitlyn can do whatever she wants. But as long as she does not have kids with Matt and doesn't marry him, she'll be fine.
I mean, it's a beautiful hope. It's a beautiful Christmas time holiday hope for like wishing well for those that are in need. And you're very kind.
All right, you guys, so that is the end of this video. Let's have a kiki and a conversation down in the comment section. Let us know what you guys thought of this week's episode. I mean, it was great. I mean, we gave everything we needed. So if you didn't like it, like, I don't know what you're watching, but this is quality trash TV. All right, so again, this is my friend Chris Farah.
Hi, it's me.
You can find her on most things at Chris L. Farah. The L is for... My name is Wahima. You can find me on most things as Just Call Me Wah. I'm big on Instagram. If you guys like to see my day-to-day, follow me on Instagram.
Chris L. Farah, Twitter and Instagram. I need followers. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Happy holidays. Also check out Nikki P Trashtastic TV here on YouTube and look at her Love After Lockup and 90 Day Fiancé reviews, okay? All right, you guys, remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.